fishing, it's in my soul.
Welcome to the Salt Strong Podcast, disrupting fishing entertainment as you know it. Prepare to laugh. Prepare to get to know fishing legends in a whole new and unfiltered way. And on occasion, you might even learn a thing or two about fishing. Here's your host, Joe Simons. Like diamonds.
The Tackle Tester Program Explained. Hey everybody, Joe Simons, like diamonds, back again talking about tackle. There's been a ton of questions coming in about this tackle tester program. You might have even seen an ad or an email from us if you're an insider member saying, hey, we have tackle right now, free saltwater fishing tackle for you to test out. So let's talk about why we're doing this. So yes, there really is a tackle tester program. We have only for our insider members. You have to be a member to get this. And this is an added benefit on top of all the other stuff that we do, on top of the 20% off every day in our store to the smart fishing spots. This is an extra thing that we added 2 months ago. So we are in month 3 of doing this so far. And the reason why we're doing it is we want to make sure that everything that we have at fishstrong.com, fishstrong.com is our online store, and we have a physical brick and mortar store as well in Central Florida, but that everything that we have in our store catches fish, right? That's it. That's the end of the day. We want to make sure it catches fish. And more importantly, we want to know what lures and what colors and what patterns, et cetera, work best in different areas. Essentially, our goal is to become the Consumer Reports of inshore saltwater fishing. And we have coaches, right? We even have some full-time coaches. We have some part-time people, some guides and stuff that help out in different areas, different states. And we're getting great feedback from them. But we had a meeting one day. We're like, man, how cool would it be if we could essentially involve our 50,000 members now and have them testing out some of this tackle before we go all in. And all in means before we buy 10,000 packs, before we really go in and get all the packaging and everything we possibly need for it. How cool would it be if we could get feedback from members to make sure this catches fish in different areas and then start collecting that data and start collecting some of these reports so that our system and what we deliver to you, our members, becomes smarter and smarter. Most tackle stores, let's take the big box stores, right? They just continue to keep adding stuff in there, whether it works or not, right? And when you walk in there, you don't know if that works in your area or not. You're hoping and praying just on eyesight that it does. We want to make sure that if you come to our store, fishstrong.com, that you know exactly it's going to work, that it's been tested, and even be able to see reports in your area in our private community saying, hey, yes, this Power Prawn new penny, that was what we gave away last month, that this does work in this area. I'm literally getting to see real fish pics from real people in my area. I mean, how cool is that? It's next level. Because what has bothered me so much about the industry is how little testing there is on a lot of the new equipment and new lures with real fishermen, right? And iCast was very eye-opening to me. I love going to iCast for the people. The products are a little bit more disappointing, and not in all areas. So I'm not trying to poo-poo iCast, but for instance, this past year we had so many people saying, "Hey, you guys didn't do many iCast videos," and honestly, there was not anything that was earth-shattering. And even if you go back 10 years and look at some of the top lures, the lures that won awards, most of them aren't even around or irrelevant today. They're irrelevant. And it's because they don't catch fish. They caught the eyes of people, but they didn't catch fish. Shame on all of us, right? For even propping those things up. We want to make sure that whatever we have, I don't care about winning an iCast award for how it looks. I want something that actually catches fish. I mean, look at Slam Shady. It's become one of the top selling colors, one of the top paddle tails in the entire country for saltwater anglers. Literally, I mean, when Z-Man still sells it. I mean, it was their number one selling paddle tail, that Minnow Z, in the entire world. Australia, India, and America. That was their number one. I mean, that's a big deal because it works, because we tested it, because we actually got scientific research on what colors work best in general at different depths, different water clarities, etc. It had research behind it, and then it had a lot of testing behind it. like I said, shame on manufacturers to just come up with something that looks real and maybe just run it through the water and make sure it swims well before we even go out there and highly promote it. Anyhow, I'm going off on a tangent here just because of some of the stuff I've seen at iCast over the years. But we want to be the opposite of that. Long story short, we want your feedback. We want to make sure anything that we're promoting or selling is working and is catching fish first before it even catches the eye of the fisherman, right? It's so important to us to have that trust for our members that any ad you see from us, that there's fish being caught, that this thing is a fish catching machine, not just for us to sell a lure. That's not why we're in business. So the Tackle Tester program arose because of that, saying, hey, how cool would it be for our members to test stuff out? And we said, well, hey, here's what we'll do. Every month, we'll have something new. And it's usually around the 18th or so of the month. We'll have a new product that we've been personally testing and building behind the scenes. This will be your chance to test it. And then normally around that time, shortly after, we'll start getting feedback. Usually it's pretty quick. And then that's when we'll start running with it. Then you'll usually see ads for it like the month or two after that. And that's really when we go all in. Now, on the other hand, we haven't had one yet because it's only been a couple months because the first two products have worked very well. Like the Power Prawn New Penny has crushed it. So we are definitely going all in on that. We're going to have it on the smaller prawn, the Prawn Junior as well. But back to where I'm going with this, if there is something that doesn't work, like if we get feedback from multiple members saying, hey, I've tried this, I can see the fish, they're not even touching this, they're not interested, then we'll pull it. We don't want that on our site. And there might be an instance where, hey, we hear from everyone in South Carolina says this thing works, but everywhere else it doesn't. Then cool, this might be like a South Carolina only type lure. I mean, how cool would it be for you as a member in Texas, the Carolinas, Florida, wherever you are, to say, oh man, look, they have a whole package here of things that have been tested and proven by members. Like you can actually go see the reports in the community from people catching lots of fish and having some of their best days ever with this exact lure or piece of equipment, whatever it might be. So that is our goal. And so how it works is there's no sign up. You just have to be an insider member. And every month, around the 18th of the month, we send out one, if not two emails. So just so you know, if you've missed it, you can go check your inbox. Around the 15th to 18th, the last 2 months, we have sent an email and it says tackle testers needed. If you just search your inbox for tackle tester, you'll probably see it. And it's already been shut down. We only do it for, I think it's 5 days we keep it open and then we shut it down. And it's either we keep them for 5 days or we run out. Normally have at least a couple thousand of the samples, if you will, for you to test out completely for free. And you get to keep it. All we want is for you to use it and then test it out. Obviously, take it out in the water and try to catch fish with it, and then report back in the community what has worked. And like I said, we're going out and just scraping that data and keeping track of it. The only thing that we ask is that you cover the shipping charge. I think it's only fair. And we're not making money on shipping. It's you literally pay whatever USPS or UPS charges to make it to your house. And that is the only thing you have to pay. Of course, we have a deal where it's $50 or more. Like if you add more stuff, it's all free. There's no shipping whatsoever. So I would always encourage you to add jig heads or whatever else you need to your order, since you're already having something shipped for free, or you're already having a free item. You're already paying shipping. You might as well add enough to $50 to get all of it sent to you completely for free. But either way, it is yours to keep. It is yours for free, and every month we'll be doing something completely brand new. And once again, the question I keep hearing is, "Hey, do I have to sign up? How do I make sure I'm involved?" If you're an active insider member, you are automatically signed up. You have to check your email, and we're probably going to make it available for text too, because some people say, "Hey, man, I just get so many emails. Can you just text me?" So yeah, I believe we're going to open that up. If you want to get on the SMS list, we can text it to you as well. It'll say Tackle Tester, first come, first serve. You click on that link, add it to your cart, add whatever else you want, and boom, bam, sham, we send it out usually within 48 hours. So that is the Tackle Tester program explained. Once again, the reason why we are trying to be the consumer reports of inshore saltwater fishing and making sure that everything that we sell and promote and even run ads to is 100% proven to catch fish. And is better than what else is out there, at least in our opinion. That is our goal internally, right? We don't want to create something just to create it. We want it to be better, right? Even like with the mulligan, right? There's paddle tails and swim baits have been around forever. we started experimenting with putting dimples in it, right? If you don't know about the mulligan, it's so far from, we found it's the farthest casting and even one of the best skipping paddle tail swim baits out there, and it's got dimples, and it came from the idea of a golf ball. We were talking, well, hey man, the golf ball, the one thing that revolutionized the golf ball more than anything was putting dimples on it. It went about 40 to 50% further when they put dimples in it. We're like, why couldn't we do that in a paddle tail? And so that was like a year of testing different molds and getting those dimples just right, the depth of each dimple and how many, per square inch. And we finally nailed it. And we're like, all right, this thing cast a country mile. It skips so well. And that, once again, we didn't, kind of invented something, but in the end of the day, we just made a paddle tail better by adding on something that hadn't really been done before. And so that's the kind of stuff that we're testing. Sometimes the different colors, right? Sometimes like Slam Shady color proven to work. And that was because of reading some books about what fish see underwater. There's actually a book called What Fish See by an eye doctor who's an avid angler and spent 10 years researching the different colors that fish do see and are attracted to. And that is how Slam Shady came about. So all of this stuff is done for a reason, for a purpose. We're not just coming up with stuff to come up with stuff. But at the end of the day, is even with all the research and knowing what we know what should work, we still want to make sure with 100% accuracy that you guys, our members, see success with it. So that's why we do it. And I'm really pumped about it. It's just another reason to become an Insider member. As I said, we just now, as I'm recording, is celebrating 50,000 members. And we're growing like crazy. We might even double by next year at the rate we're growing. So get on, join the club. The Smart Fishing Spots is now an official app. Wait until you see what we have coming over the next 4 months with Smart Fishing Spots. It is next level. We might put fish finders out of business type of next level. It is so cool what we're building behind the scenes. So join us today before we raise the price, because we will raise the price. Don't get worried though. If you're an insider already, the price will not change on you. That's our promise. I wish every company treated us like that. It would be like getting in on Amazon Prime back when it was $50 when it first started. Now they raise the price every few years. It's $130. So we will lock you in for life once you're an Insider member. So that's one more reason to join the Insider Club. Is once you're in, you're in. Obviously, if you leave and come back, you have to pay the higher price. But once you're in, as long as you're an active, ongoing member, you are locked into your rate for life. So join us there at saltstrom.com. And if you're currently a member, all you have to do is be on the lookout for an email from us around the 18th of every month on the new piece of tackle. It's yours to decide if you want to take it or not, or if you know you're not going to be fishing for months, it might not make sense for you to take it that month. But if you know you're going to be fishing anytime soon, at least in the next 30 or so days, definitely take it, take advantage of it, get the free tackle, go out there and test it, and then share in the community how it worked. Even put it up against something else if you're confident in and see how it works. So we love your feedback. We appreciate you guys so much, and I'll talk to you on the next episode.
'Cause fishing, it's in my soul. It was passed down to me from the days of old. Find us on the water if there was a way. It's been said my Papa, he wrote the book on catching big reds and 20-pound snook. I wish I knew all the things he knew today. For he's the reason why we are this way. And he put fishing in our soul.